Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Wednesday, the 18th of June. The Prime Minister is pushing for diplomacy and trade in China as he visits with ministers and senior business leaders. Discussions will include boosting education and tourism and attracting more international students to New Zealand. Chris Larkson will have face-to-face talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping in coming days. He says they want to advance trade and keep an open dialogue.
We have a strong relationship with the political leaders here in China. I want to continue to strengthen those relationships.
Arguments ditching the traditional census will remove a way for struggling communities to reach out. Statistics Minister Shane Reti has announced Stats NZ will move to a system using government-collected admin data, saying the current 5-yearly census is financially unsustainable. Census-style questions will still be asked in much smaller annual surveys, looking at a small fraction of the population. Institute of Economic Research principal economist Bill K. Blake says census data is collected for a reason.
I think it's worth the money so that we can understand communities better and apply our resources in the right ways.
David Seymour is asking manufacturers of melatonin, used to help insomniacs and regulate sleep, to offer products in New Zealand. The Associate Health Minister says the medication widely available overseas will soon be available here over the counter. MedSafe's decided there's no reason to limit it. Seymour says pharmaceutical companies can apply to ship melatonin to Kiwi chemists.
New Zealanders with insomnia and jet lag have been neglected by the melatonin manufacturers of the world, and we have not been able to get access just like most of the developed world.
The Health Minister is standing by sending people to private providers for elective surgeries. Health NZ is getting private hospitals to do procedures. Speaking to the Health Select Committee for Scrutiny Week, Simeon Brown says he makes no apology for getting people seen. Labour's Aisha Verrill put a Treasury claim to him. She says it stated the government's getting help for people who haven't been waiting long, so it's seen to be meeting targets.
Treasury says all sorts of things. My point here is the facts. The facts are the majority of the people receiving treatment through elective boost are people waiting over 4 months.
The Workplace Relations and Safety Minister has acknowledged how contentious the government's pay equity changes are. Its bill passed last month under urgency, halted claims of gender discrimination and made new ones harder to lodge. It gave nearly $13 billion savings to this year's budget. Brooke Van Velden's faced the Education and Workforce Committee today. She says reform was needed, claiming the pay equity regime was untargeted and unaffordable.
Pay equity remains, equal pay remains, and no one has had their pay cut.
To sport. And the Crusaders have named Macca Springer to start on the left wing in the Super Rugby final against the Chiefs, after Shea Fihaki was ruled out due to a head knock suffered in the semi-finals. Prop Tamaiti Williams has been declared fit to start after missing the semis with a knee injury. And the Chiefs have named an unchanged starting 15. The Maroons believe they can keep the State of Origin series alive at a venue that has been a graveyard for Queensland hopes. And the Florida Panthers remain ice hockey's best after defending NHL's Stanley Cup. And that is your latest news fix. There'll be another update for you tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.